In this video, I want to show you how you can split test Performance Max against a standard shopping campaign. So this is going to allow you to use 50% of the budget and split that between a standard shopping campaign, something we couldn't do before. You can even do 30% or 10%. Also, to get started, you do not need to have a Performance Max campaign. However, if you do have one, that'll save you a step. So first thing you're going to want to do is go over here to Experiments, click on Performance Max, and now you're going to click on New Experiment. Now you have two options here, depending on what you're testing. In this case, we're going to test it against a shopping campaign. You're going to select your shopping campaign that you want to test against. You're going to select the amount you want to split. So you have a 10%, 30%, or 50% split that you can do. Then you can select the Performance Max campaign that you want to test against. If you don't have a Performance Max campaign, you can actually set one up here, and this allows you to actually run one without any assets. So if you're wanting to test it against kind of the old Smart Shopping, you can go ahead and do that in this location. So you'd either select Create New or Select Campaign. So it's now giving me this new warning. This is something that didn't happen when I first set up an experiment, but it's now warning me that I need to increase my budget in order to have a fair split between the two campaigns. And this is something that confused me when I first got started, because the normal experiment, it splits the budget for you. In this kind of experiment, you have to split the budget yourself. So you have to give, say if you're doing $10 for one, you have to do $10 for the other. And you can change this after you get out of here. So just continue through this and set it up, then go back in and ensure that you have the correct split between the two campaigns. So hit the next button here. So now you can name the experiment. Name it something that's descriptive, that's going to help you in the future. You can now set the date, so you can set a start date and an end date. It's not going to let this campaign run forever, so you do have to set an end date on this. Then go ahead and hit schedule. Now, once you've completed that, you want to go back and ensure that the experiment took hold. I found that this happened about half the times I created a new experiment. Half them didn't work. So you have to make sure that the experiment shows up. So go back into the experiment area under Performance Max experiments and ensure that you have an experiment running there. It'll probably say pending or something like that. Just ensure that it's there. Last thing you're going to want to do is go back to your campaigns and ensure that you have the correct split in budget between the two. You're also going to want to make sure you have the same products in each split. And now if you've set this up properly, you're going to see that both of them are going to be spending about equal, and you're not going to see Performance Max overtake the shopping campaign. So if you set up a test like this and didn't go through experiments, what you would see is Performance Max would actually overtake the shopping campaign. So you'd see all the budget go to the Performance Max. So keep that in mind. If you see that happen, it's because the experiment isn't set up properly. Ensure that experiment is on there and ensure that you have the budget split up properly between the two of them. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. This is something I've been using a lot. It's a great test to see if you have any better performance with Performance Max over a standard shopping campaign. And I really like the fact that you can set up a Performance Max without any assets to have almost like the old Smart Shopping, and you can test that against the standard shopping campaign. Now, if you're trying to do that, you can only do the Smart Shopping one if you don't have a previous Performance Max campaign set up. If you do already have a Performance Max campaign set up, you're stuck essentially with adding the assets, which I have not found to be a detriment to any of my campaigns. It really can improve things if you're adding the right kind of assets. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.